Hi, beautiful people, and welcome to my live. I'm Sissy from Manifest underscore Sissy. My channel is all about spirituality, self development, and self awareness. Okay, if you have not as yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, right? So you can check out the videos as I bring them out, and also when I do my lives. I normally do my lives on a Saturday or in a Sunday, right? So today we're going to talk about a very interesting concept. Okay, the whole idea that human beings have this worship program. Okay, we worship everything outside of us. We recognize everything outside of us as being more superior and more valid and more right and correct. We do not recognize our own power because we are not taught to do so, right? Because you can only act on what you are taught. You can only do what you have been taught, right? So from childhood, we taught that there is a God, that there is a church, is religion, right? And we are lesser. So if you spend most of your life being told that you are lesser, when you come to the concept of you being your own divine sort of sovereign being, as having your own rights and authority over your life experience, it's a bit difficult for you to tune into that, right? It's difficult for you to tune into that concept that you are divine in every way possible, that you are created in the image of God, even if it's in the Bible. It's not taught, it's not spoken about that you are divine. Okay, you are taught that you are a lesser being and that you are a sinner in most religions, that you are not perfect, that you need to perfect yourself to be acknowledged and accepted by God, okay? The God of religion, all right? So when you step out of that space and you learn about things like that, I have the power, I have the authority to create my own experience. Yeah, I'm not a sinner. I'm a person full of rights and power, right? And I have authority of my life experience. So today's topic, we're going to speak about the concepts about uh, being your own God, right? Being a God of your own life experience, okay? In most cases, people will say that you are now talking against what religion teaches you. However, when you become mature in spirituality, you understand, and even sometimes in religion as well, you understand that you have the power and authority to actually call yourself your own sovereign being, okay? Right. So today's topic is about that, being your own God, owning your own power, and making your own decisions in life, okay? So it doesn't mean that you're arrogant. It doesn't mean that you're saying that there's no God. You are saying that you have the power and the authority and you're working with the divine source because you are in collaboration. You're working with God to create your own life experience. So that meaning that you are the one in charge of your own experience. So you take accountability for your life experience. You stop looking for an external savior, a guru, a system, a religion, a person with more authority than you. You stop doing that because you know that you understand your inner guidance is supreme, right? Your inner guidance is supreme. You start looking within yourself. You trust your intuition more than outside noise, okay? You become powerful in that way. You take radical responsibility for your own life experience. You're not saying, if only God can help me, if only a church can help me, if only so and so can help me. You're taking your own authority. Okay, that is a radical responsibility. That's what it's all about, right? Everything you experience is either consciously or unconsciously created within you, right? So you, in most cases, you're living in autopilot. In the world at today, we're all living in autopilot. Most people are not awoke. Then you get people like myself who are working on living more authentically and more aware about what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. Then you can affirm, I am the creator of my own reality, right? I am not a victim of life. I am responsible for all in my life. Life responds to me, right? I'm not a victim. Life responds to me. It's all about that. All right. Sovereignty is important to understand that you have the sovereignty and the power, right, to do as you would like to do. And remember that every action has a reaction. Okay, so when you do something, you know you're gonna get something back, right? Determined on what you're doing, okay? Because you have the freedom and the sovereignty. Sovereignty. Sovereignty means self-governance. It means you are the ruler of your own inner kingdom, your inner self, your inner world, your inner universe. Mental sovereignty, let's speak about that. You choose thoughts instead of fear, and you don't let that fear control you. You choose your thoughts. You choose your perceptions, okay? So you choose your thoughts instead of letting fear, conditioning, or society lead you, affect you, or dictate to you. Okay, that is your mental sovereignty in your mind. You're choosing thoughts that don't give your power away. Basically, that's what they're saying here when they say that you basically have the authority of your own thoughts. So your thoughts starts with your thoughts because you create it from the mind. Okay, so you will choose those thoughts, right? That'll give you power instead of thoughts that will actually give away your power and make you a victim, right? You feel like, okay, things are happening to me, so I'm feeling like a victim. But when you choose those thoughts that I am actually taking part in this whole creation of my own life experience, I'm in power here, right? So that's a more powerful way of you living. You live with power, okay? So that's what it's all about. When you become aware, you start taking authority of your life experience, owning yourself right now. That now you're coming closely to be your own God, your own authority. When you start thinking like that, when you're choosing your thoughts and you take responsibility for everything that's happening in your life experience. Okay, you're honoring yourself and you're honoring the world and you're honoring others as well. Right. So when you become responsible of your thoughts and what you do, you are more aware of how you respond to the world, how you treat other people. That one is very important as well, right? So back to sovereignty. Sovereignty is owning yourself, right? Totally owning yourself on a mental capacity, right? And also energetically as well, because everything's energy, right? You respond rather than react. You're responding then better than reacting, because remember, reaction is all about you being triggered. A response is that, yes, I understand the situation. Now let me respond um, respectively. You get my point? But if you are somebody that's just reacting to life, you've been triggered.